Boker Tov, everyone. We do have seats further up front if you want to keep coming in. We also have a bunch of seats up in the front for our youngest friends if they want to come be close to the action.
One.
Hey. Working on sound. Hey.
Check. Hey. Shana Tova. Everybody say Hine. Mato. Uma. Naim. Sheverachim Gam. God. Everybody say Hine. Mato. Uma. Naim. Sheverachim Gam. Hine Mato. Everybody say hey! Uma, Nai, Sheverachim, Gam, Yachad.
Good morning, Boker Tov. I might be blinded before the end of our service. Oi. How good it is for us, Hine Matov, to be here together to celebrate Rosh Hashanah, the birthday of the world. Who's ready to celebrate and welcome in a new year? Yay! All right, are we ready to pray? Yeah. If we are, I'm going to ask everybody to stand up. And we're going to join together in this call to worship the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. All right, now that we're warmed up, I'm going to ask you to stretch really high in the sky. Stretch. All right, reach down really low. If you can touch the floor, touch your toes. All right, now we're going to take a really deep breath and reach up high. Now let out that breath. Take another deep breath, reach up really high. Let that one out. And we're going to take one more deep breath, and we're going to try to take that breath from our toes all the way up, filling our bodies. And we're going to get ready for Shema, and we'll let that breath out with the first word of Shema. All right, big deep breath. Fill your toes, fill your toes, fill your body with air, and we're ready for Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod, Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
All right, you may be seated. And now, we're going to meet my friend, David. David was putting one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. I want to build with you.
Go away, you're too little.
But I'm big.
Ugh, stay back or you'll knock it over.
But I can be really careful.
Go play with your baby toys, Sarah.
But David!
No!
David pushes his sister Sarah and she falls to the ground.
Zadie Morris?
Zadie Morris was David and Sarah's grandpa, and sometimes he took care of them.
This is the grandpa right here.
You didn't know he was my grandpa?
David, you just dipped from your sister's bucket, and like everyone else, Sarah has an invisible bucket. And when it's empty, she feels bad. But when it's full, she feels awesome. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket?
Invisible bucket? Huh?
Sometimes David couldn't quite tell when his Zadie was joking or being serious.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh.
You sing Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilo oseh mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh.
The next morning, when David woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. And when David came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry.
I'm the mom. Hurry up, David. We have to get to UH. You have religious school, and I have a meeting.
David needed to eat breakfast, so he reached up on his tippy toes into the cabinet for his favorite cereal. But David slipped, and the Joes-O's spilled across the floor.
David, you should have used the stool to get that.
David could fill his bucket up. He could feel his bucket tip, and big invisible drips spilled out. Drip, drip.
Everybody put a hand up in the air like this and say, turning, turning, turning on this holy day. Now go the other way. Turning, 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 each in our own way. We turn to God, that's tefillah. Everyone say tefillah.
Tefillah.
We turn to others, tshuva. Everyone say teshuvah. Say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We turn to those in need of care. That's called tzedakah. Okay, everyone stand up, get up. Here we go, ready? Turning, turning, turning on this holy day. Turn the other way. Turning, 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 each in our own way. We turn to God, that's tefillah. Everyone's tefillah. We turn to others, tshuva. Everyone say teshuvah. Say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
We turn to those in need of care. That's called tzedakah. Get ready to turn. Turning, turning, turning on this holy day. Turning, 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 each in our own way. Great job.
You may be seated. And when David got to United Hebrew, things did not improve. He heard somebody say, "Hey, look at David's new sneakers. My baby brother has some just like it," said one bucket dipper. Drip, drip. He could feel everyone talking about his new shoes that he'd asked for as a birthday present. Drip, drip. "Watch out, shrimp," said another big kid, plowing past David on his way into the sanctuary. Drip, drip. It was still morning, and David's bucket was almost empty. David felt angry and sad, and as he watched his friends walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall, because that's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. David slumped in his seat, and he waited for something else bad to happen. And then the rabbi walked slowly over to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look.
David, you wrote a wonderful story about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Would you please share it with the class?
And David felt a huge grin spread on his face, and he felt a big drop land right in his bucket. Drop, drop.
The Day the Shofar Blast Wouldn't Stop, by me, David.
The class got quiet, and they laughed at all the right places. And when David finally read the end, everyone clapped. Even Hannah, who sat next to him and didn't usually even say hi to David. She told him how much she liked his story, and he felt a shower of drops filling his bucket. Maybe today wouldn't be so bad after all.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
Okay, friends, this is one of my favorite songs for all of Rosh Hashanah. We get to hear all of the 4 types of the shofar blasts. The first one is called Tekiah. And so for this, I'm gonna need you to repeat after me. It goes like this. Tekiah. Can you do that? Let's do that again. Tekiah. And
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
okay, the second shofar blast is called Shivarim, and that means broken. And it's a 3-sounded shofar call, and it goes like this. Shivarim. Your turn.
Shivarim.
What was that first one? Tekiah. Tekiah.
Shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy,
happy, happy, happy New Year. Okay, sound number 3. This one is called True Ah, and it's a bunch of little notes. So I need you to take your hands out and make them like choppers, and we're gonna go True Ah. Can you do that? True Ah. Let's do that again, all together. True Ah. What was the second one? Shivarim. And the first one? Tekiah.
Shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year.
Okay, the last one is the really, really big one. It's like the first one, Tekiah, but it's Tekiah Gedolah, which means the big Tekiah. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold our breath and we're gonna take in a big deep breath and we're gonna go Tekiah. But the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna go backwards now. So we're gonna start with that first one. What was the first one? Tekiah. Second one, Shivarim. Third one, True Ah. And the last one, Tekiah Gedolah. Tekiah Gedolah.
I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Shivarim. True Ah. Tekiah Gedolah. I like to hear the shofar blast, sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and honey. Rosh Hashanah's here. A very good year. A very sweet year. Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and honey for the new year. Apples and honey. Rosh Hashanah's here.
And on the way to music,
I love music.
the rabbi invited David to be a line leader. Drop, drop. David's bucket was nearly full, and David suddenly realized that maybe Sadie Morris was right. Everyone else had a bucket too. He turned to Gabe, the new kid, and he introduced himself.
Hi Gabe, I'm David. Is it your first day? Welcome to United Hebrew. I think you'll love it here.
Drop, drop. The strange thing was that for every drop that he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drop into his own bucket.
Oseh,
Oseh,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Bimroma,
Bimroma,
Uyaseh,
Uyaseh,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Aleinu,
Aleinu,
Le'al Kol,
Le'al Kol,
Yisrael,
Israel,
Ve'imru,
Ve'imru.
hands up. Amen. Clap those hands like this. Clap. Oseh, Shalom, Bimroma, Uyaseh, Shalom, Aleinu, Le'al Kol, Yisrael, Ve'imru, hands up. Amen. Now let's sing together with one beautiful voice. Oseh Shalom.
And you can even sway back and forth like this if you want. Oh, say shalom, shalom,
Shalom.
bimroma, uyaseh, shalom,
Shalom.
aleinu,
Aleinu.
ve'al kol Yisrael,
Israel.
ve'imru. Together we say, Amen.
And when David got home, he ran into the house and shouted,
Zadie, you were right, Zadie. I do have a bucket and I understand how it works. Oh no. Look, Sarah's doll is torn. That dog, Mitzi, I really need to stop them. And I almost the narrator said.
David almost yelled at the dog Mitzi, but then he thought, maybe dogs have buckets too.
And Sarah, your doll will be okay. Mom will fix it. But until then, I'm gonna invite her to help me build the tallest building in the whole world with my blocks.
And so David and Sarah built the tallest building. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur are all about being a bucket filler. And we all know that when we are unkind or not nice to other people, we take a dip into their buckets and their drip comes out. But when we're kind and when we're nice to everyone, when we say we're sorry for being mean or not following directions, not only do we fill our friends and our family's buckets, but we fill our very own buckets too. So in the coming year, may all of our buckets be full. And now I'm going to ask all of the young people, if you are not near one of the grown-ups that you came with, move to a grown-up so you can put your arms around each other for a very special blessing and hug.
Yivarechecha Adonai b'yishmerecha Yir Adonai panav Lecha v'chunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom V'yasem lecha shalom.
And in this very special blessing, we wish for each other, for our families. May God bless you and may God watch over you. May the countenance of God be turned toward you and bring you grace. And may God's presence fill you and surround you and bring you that gift of peace. And with peace comes a full bucket.
Yivarechecha Adonai b'yishmerecha Yir Adonai panav Lecha v'chunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom V'yasem lecha shalom.
And now I'm going to ask everybody to stand because it's time for us to hear the shofar. We got ready with shofar blast. And we're going to join together first with Cantor Richmond in the blessing for shofar. And then we'll say Shehechianu, because this is the first time that we are hearing the shofar in the new year. And then we'll do all four of those calls. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Tekiah. Shivarim. Teruah. All right, we gotta get ready. Let's all take a deep breath so we can help get her, Richmond. Tekiah Gedolah.
A good year, a year of peace we wish to you. Shana Tova Tikateru, Shana Tova Tikateru. A good year, a year of peace we wish to you.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
Have a peaceful and wonderful year.
Amen.